So thinking about, the broader world and economy that we're living in right now, times are tough, budgets are tighter, inflation is a mess, and it's affecting everyone in every industry, and even here in higher education. So how has inflation been affecting the university as of late this year? But also when it comes to tuition rising, is the university still an affordable option for Ohio students?
Yeah. So a couple things on that. First of all, I'm happy to read today in the paper that inflation has actually slowed a bit, right?
Yes.
So that's very good. We like that. I think the main ways that it impacts the university is certainly inflation in terms of, ability to source materials, parts, products, capital. That's just been tough, right? So the supply chain is an issue. Wages are going up, so clearly those are an issue. Our tuition, as you may know, it's a cohort model. So if like this year we raised tuition, I think 4.6%. That will be flat though for the next 4 years.
Right,
So when you think about it, So when you think about it on an annual basis, after 4 years, you really, it would be equivalent to a little over 1% per year. So that's not even keeping up with CPI. So our tuition at Ohio State is very affordable compared to our peers and compared to other universities, even in the state. At the same time, affordability is really important to me. It's one of my 3 things we got to get right. And my predecessor did a great job addressing accessibility and affordability. And I'm building on that to do the Scarlet and Gray Advantage. So the Scarlet and Gray Advantage, by the end of this decade, we should have in place, and we're well on the way even in year 1, to have our students graduate debt-free. So it's not free tuition, it's not free college. But what it is, it's a pathway by which, rather than our students who have debt, on average, graduate $27,000 now, debt, they should graduate with 0. They have the choice to do the things, and we'll put in place the opportunities to accomplish that. About half of that will come from philanthropy. We launched our Scarlet and Gray Advantage program last year, and we raised $98 million. About 2/3 of that is endowment, and that endowment is paid over 5 years. And the endowment, you only get about a 4.5% payout. So it'll take a while for that to really kick in. The other third, though, is current use funds. So those are annual dollars we raise every year for the Scarlet and Gray Advantage. That we can put immediately to work. If you think of students graduating at the end of this decade to be debt-free, that means they're going to be first-year students in 2026, right? So we got to make sure that we don't have that many years to get this right.
Yeah, it's coming up.
It's coming up, right? You think a decade is a long time, and it turns out no, and you break it down into what you need to do this moment and that moment and that moment, you have to move. And so what we're doing this fall is we have a pilot that we're doing. 125 students have been selected. They're super excited about it. All different demographics, all different needs and experiences. So as I said, about half will come from philanthropy, but that other half is coming from internships, contributions from the students, becoming more affordable, say around textbooks, and the Ohio College Opportunity Grant and the Pell Grant, looking at those increases just this year. We didn't factor in any other increases, but we expect to have some increases. But we also expect to have, costs go up, so I think those will neutralize each other. So it's really those 3 or 4 levers that will help us.